Welcome to Game 2 of this Best of 7 series. This is Pro Chosen.
This is Pro Butterfly Chosen. Take it away.
Down here in the bottom right position, playing the orange Zerg, we have MaFia.KeleVRaN. Down here in the bottom left position, playing the yellow Terran, we have Pro Marine. This was a random versus random, and this is Game 2 of the Best of 7 series. It's currently 1-0 in favor of Pro Marine. Looks like the Zerg is in a corner base, and he'll have a good chance to survive against Pro Marine. Is going to probably go for the 3-factory tank push. That's his standard strategy with Terran versus Zerg, but it's impossible for him to know the races right now since it was random versus random, so it'll be interesting to see how the scouting turns out.
Usually when Pro Marine scouts, he usually sends the one SCV the other way, and he waits for his first Marine to come out, and he scouts it his Marine the other way.
Yeah, it looks like the Zerg going out for his choke right now. He's going to be going for the standard 9 choke and then get another drone and then maybe an overlord and then his spawning pool. And it looks like Pro Marine is just going to do his standard placement of buildings and 3 barracks build. And then he's probably going to want to come out here to the middle of the map and scout and see if MaFia.KeleVRaN is Protoss and mid-building him.
And then if he sees that he's Zerg, he'll probably put down his normal 3 facts to help.
Yep, down there in the middle of the map, go for the proxy tank push, but it's going to be important for him to find him quick so he can know exactly what strategy to do.
Zerg now putting down his spawning pool.
Yep,
Common.
Spawning pool going down at 124 into the game, and it looks like MaFia.KeleVRaN has the strategy in place to get his choke up at least, and it's not going to be harassed or prevented. 3 barracks going down, and we'll have to see when the gas goes down. I would assume that Pro Marine is starting to think his opponent is Zerg, because usually when Protoss mid-build rush, they'll scout you at about 1:40 to 2 minutes into the game, and it's already coming up on the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, and Zerg obviously never scouts. Except for Overlord.
Yeah, well, usually they'll send their Overlord out here to the middle map, and this is a relief for MaFia.KeleVRaN. He didn't want to see Protoss because Pro Marine has a really good Protoss, and it would be really tough for him to beat his Protoss with Zerg.
And Marine plays especially well against Zerg.
And MaFia.KeleVRaN is going to have a really good economy. He's already got 2 hatcheries going down in his base before he even has his choke up. So his economy is going to be good, and he's going for the super quick gas. He went like 10 drone gas.
I agree with this play. I really do. And he moves that first drone up to get that sunken down right away.
Yeah, honestly, really smart by KeleVRaN. He's assuming that his opponent is Terran because he knows Pro Marine likes to mid-build, and he didn't see those gateways in the middle of the map.
Terran's position now seen.
Yep, Pro Marine was scouting up here to the mid-right base with the SCV because he wanted to go through the middle of the map to see if KeleVRaN was Protoss, but now they both know each other's race and they both know what strategy to do.
On the mini-map, I see a couple of things moving in. I'm assuming there are SCVs to help build more factories in time.
Yep, he's going to be sending out Marines just right now, but here comes the SCV.
Yeah, there's the SCV. Yeah.
He's already starting 1 factory. That SCV is going to come out here and start a 2nd one.
Good move by Keeley, hiding those Zerglings up there. Once again, he's going to take further notice to find out where his opponent is.
Yep, he just wants to get it. These Zerglings are not going to get into the base to see anything there.
That's actually bad timing on that, but you can't predict that. That's just random flow.
But honestly, I don't think it really matters. KeleVRaN pretty much knows exactly what strategy Pro Marine's going for. That's why he went for the super quick gas. He knows if Marine was Protoss, he would be mid-build rushing, and since he didn't see that, he went for the quick gas because he knows he's up against a Terran.
Yeah, and even though he didn't enter his base, he knows exactly where he's at because that's where the Marines were coming from.
Yep, and KeleVRaN, honestly, he needs to push his sunken colonies out more. He's really getting greedy with his drones and sending them back here to mine minerals and gas. He went for the lair here, and that's going to be done about 4:15 into the game, so a super quick lair, but that's not going to help him. I mean, he still won't have Guardians till 8:15, 8:30 into the game. He needs to worry about getting these sunken colonies pushed out.
Yeah, Pro Marine is so aggressive with his tanks. He never leaves the siege tanks idle. He always continually, it's almost like he purposely concentrates on that more than anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's one of the best at tank pushing, and that's why I'm saying KeleVRaN's going to lose this game if he doesn't get these sunken colonies pushed out to at least, you know, here towards the middle end of his ramp. If he's this close to his choke, that choke is going to go down so quick.
Maybe he's thinking he can just keep going behind his hatchery there at his choke.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking he can mass sunken colonies back here or something, but it's going to be interesting to see if Pro Marine's going to try to get a starport, but he has no idea. I mean, KeleVRaN could go for mass Hydras and try to break the Terran as soon as they break into his base. He could go for mass Zerglings and try to come out here and flood before the tanks come out. And there's a lot of strategies available to him, and it looks like Pro Marine's assuming that he's just going for the normal tech build because he hasn't been attacked yet.
That's too good of a block to mass Zerglings, and I think he knows that.
Yeah, great positioning by Pro Marine. He's been rushed by the Zerglings before, and he knows to prepare for it. That first tank coming out here at 5 minutes into the game, and siege mode is going to finish in about 5 seconds at exactly 5:03.
We do have to mention, though, that Keeley has put down a Spire. I saw it. I think to the right of his gas. Yes.
Yep, getting the Spire behind his gas there, and he's going for the hive already. He went for a 5-minute hive. So quick to the hive. Pretty much the fastest you can get tech with Zerg. So it's going to be interesting to see if it stops the tank push or not.
There's the eBay for scouting range for tanks long range.
Yep, tanks can actually shoot farther than they see, so it's common to float an engineering bay in front of those tanks to give them better vision.
Usually you creep out the tanks right to the creep, because that's about the distance of where the sunken colonies can shoot from.
Yep, if you're outside the creep, the sunken colonies cannot hit you. So usually you'll see players creep up right to the edge of that creep.
Go down.
And MaFia.KeleVRaN getting sunken colonies back here. I don't know if he's worried about a drop or what he's doing, getting the second hatchery behind his main here to help him out with economy.
Now he's furthering his sunken colonies in the back behind the hatchery, like we almost expected.
Yeah, but I mean, he let that choke fall so quick.
Yeah.
You have to really push out those sunken colonies and fight to get them out.
Yeah, and with the tanks coming in, that eBay gives him perfect scout. And since there's no sunken colonies, Marines are going to help fill this gap in.
Yeah, and Pro Marine not even adding another barracks or a command center. He's just going all in with this tank push, and he's moving his units into the base here. Mutalisk already out, targeting that engineering bay.
I like how he's moving to the right side. That's usually unorthodox. Usually you go right down the line. And I think Keeley understood that too. That's why he built the sunkens on that side of the map.
Yeah, this is going to be hard for KeleVRaN to stop. Those Guardians are not out yet. That Greater Spire is going to take another minute to finish. And the tanks coming in here, they're going to be able to fire on these drones.
He's got to take out those drones. There's nothing that's going to be able to stop that.
And that's GG.
That's going to be the
Let's
GG
go to game 3.